What's going on, everybody? UCF Jaguar back with GenJag.com, and the Jaguars last Sunday whooped the Colts' ass, blew them out 27-0 in Indianapolis, taking us into the bye week with a record of 4-3. So let's go ahead and discuss this game a little bit.
It's a foot race. Robinson and Browner, and it's Robinson who wins it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. His 14th win. Bortles with top, looking deep for Robinson.
So the most encouraging thing that happened in this victory was the play of Blake Bortles. Whenever Blake Bortles plays bad, I'm the first to be out here bashing him, but when he does good, I'm going to give him credit. And he played a really good game. He had like a 70% completion percentage, threw for over 300 yards, 1 touchdown, and it was a good performance by Blake Bortles to be able to finally open up this passing game. The Jaguars finally started passing on first down, and it really just opened up the game for them a lot. You know, the Jaguars coaches, they've been holding Blake Bortles down a little bit just because it's clear that they do have some confidence issues with him. But at the same time, they do know that he can throw the ball. They know what happened in 2015. They've seen him have some good games before. Going back to last year, the last 2 games against the Titans and Colts, he played pretty well. This year against the Ravens, and then now coming off this Colts game, he's had games where he puts together complete games. But the only thing about Blake is his consistency. He needs to start being able to do this back-to-back. After the Ravens victory, it was very encouraging, and we said, hey, what if Blake Bortles started playing like this throughout the year? But what happened next week against the Jets? He played really poorly. So Blake Bortles just has to be more consistent and be able to put performances like this together. Because one thing that when we look at ourselves, we're saying the one thing holding us back is not having a quarterback. Not having a quarterback is going to almost like Jaguar fans feel like it's going to like waste a year away. But if Blake Bortles starts performing at the level like he played last Sunday against the Colts, and like he did against the Ravens, really the sky's the limit with this team. I mean, who's the team in the AFC to beat right now? The Steelers are right now the #1 team, and we already went to Pittsburgh and beat them. So really the possibilities are endless. I don't see any team out there that we really can't win against. But it was interesting with Leonard Fournette not playing, how it opened up opportunity for other guys to come in there. This Leonard Fournette not playing, it was kind of, we didn't really see it coming. I mean, we know what happened at the Rams game, how he was able to get taped back up and he would have been able to go back into the game. Even though he didn't, he was able to come back in if he had to. And then throughout the week, you hear Leonard Fournette talking like he wants to come back and play. But the morning of the game, you hear that they inactivate him, which turned out to be a great move because obviously we didn't need him. We didn't have LF27. We scored. We won 27-0. We did that in honor of our boy. But we saw a lot of Ivory. We saw a lot of Corey Grant, and we saw a lot of TJ Yeldon. It was his first game active, and he was able to rush for over 100 yards and get a touchdown. It was definitely his best performance of his career. And then now I know a lot of people are going to be asking me, what do we, are we going to all of a sudden activate Yeldon now? The thing about that is you're not going to have like 4 tailbacks active, 5 if you include the fullback. So we have 5 tailbacks on a roster. Unless they inactivate Corey Grant, which I don't think they do. Corey Grant provides a lot of speed out there on special teams. And, Yeldon doesn't have much speed. So I don't see Yeldon being activated next game unless something else happens with Ivory, Fournette or Grant when it comes to like injuries. But when I did my post-game kind of reaction video, I was talking all about how the Jaguars got 10 sacks, which is freaking awesome. We had guys like Ngakwe get 2.5 sacks, Campbell got 2 sacks, you had Malik Jackson and Dante Fowler getting in the mix, but I failed to mention how a lot of those sacks came from how well our coverage was. Jacoby Brissett had like nowhere to throw, and you can tell that during a game because the guy just kept holding the ball, and then that's when they came in there and got some sacks. It's really interesting how the defensive line helps the secondary, and also the secondary helps the D-line, because when the secondary is out there able to really cover these guys and give them nowhere to throw, it gives the D-line more time to come in there and get sacks, and vice versa. When the defense is out there getting immediate pressure on the quarterback, that's going to force errant throws, and then errant throws are going to lead to pick Sixonville out in this bitch. But our secondary, combined with stellar D-line play, combined with great games by both Telvin Smith and Miles Jack, those guys seem to be getting better every year. The Jaguars forced the Colts to their first shutout since 1993. And it's so much fun watching this defense play. Really, really encouraging, and we might have the best defense in the league right now. Now, I do think we need to work on our rushing defense. That's still not where it should be, but hopefully we have the places in peace to hopefully improve that. I think Avery Jones has to step up his play a little bit in the run cog sense, but our defense, no doubt, it's a great defense. But now we got the bye week coming up, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a happy Jaguar fan. I mean, granted, we could have easily had a couple of those losses, turn into wins, but our wins have been by commanding fashion. This preseason, we all thought we were gonna suck because we had a terrible preseason, but we're 4-3. We already surpassed our win total from last year. The bye week came at a really, really good time with some of the dings and nicks and injuries that we have. Cam Robinson being hurt, Leonard Fournette obviously getting a little bit of time to recover. It's a good time for the bye week to come up, and we're coming up with a little bit of momentum. We're gonna go home, have that teal out game or whatever it is. Just fun stuff from the Jaguars. But one encouraging thing, in my last live stream, I did say that D.D. Westbrook won't be able to come back till week 10, but I do believe that he'll be able to come back week 9. Again, when we play against the Bengals next game. And I think Michael Rivera might also be able to come back. So those are two more options in the passing game that could really help us out a lot. Our passing game can really have all the help it needs, and just getting two more weapons for Blake Bortles will hopefully it takes us a good way. But with all that said, that's all I got. Now, maybe the bye week, I'm going to keep coming out with some Jaguar content. I have a couple weeks to really come out with whatever the hell I want. So, I'm going to do a review of the Jaguars as a whole, this half-season kind of review kind of thing, even though we've only played 7 games. Still going to do a half-season review on them. And also, I'm going to come out with a sick Brett Coleman-style Leonard Fournette video, one like I came out a few months ago, but I'm gonna do it with the Jaguar edition this time. So that'll take a lot of time and effort to make, but I know you guys will watch, so I appreciate that. But with all that said, this is UCF Jaguar with GenJag.com, and go Jags, baby!
Hi, I'm Stephen Holder here at Lucas Oil Stadium. I'm with Greg Doyle of the Indy Star, and Greg, today it felt like rock bottom for the Colts. 27-0, they go down. Was this rock bottom for you?
How can you tell the difference? All they do is swim on the rocks and crash. I mean, this team is terrible, and the coach is terrible, and the GM is not very good. The roster sucks. The owners has no clue at all. I don't even know why I'm speaking English. I should be speaking in gibberish right now because I'm on the field where everything else happens in gibberish. This franchise,
He's speechless.